The emperor issued an imperial decree for the legitimate daughter of the Jiyu family to be the crown princess. Everyone believed that she would marry into the Eastern Palace. Unexpectedly, father recorded the adopted daughter, Jiyu Qingguan, under mother's name, making her the legitimate eldest daughter to enter the Eastern Palace as the crown princess. Qingguan is an adopted daughter. How can I marry better than you? Wouldn't others say I am biased? Besides, her background is low. If she doesn't seize this opportunity to marry into the Eastern Palace, how else could she ever marry into a prestigious family? It's always like this. For the sake of her reputation and her excuse of avoiding suspicion, I must yield everything to this adopted daughter. Ever since she entered the manor, I gave up my courtyard, gave up my jewelry, and now I am even giving up my marriage. It doesn't matter. Now I don't even want this father anymore. I'll give it all to him. But does father know? The emperor's decree for the Jiyu family's legitimate daughter to be the crown princess was never about the Jiyu family itself. Father, do you mean that the true legitimate daughter of the Jiyu family must let an adopted daughter take my place and marry into the Eastern Palace? What do you mean take your place? Qingguan is now recorded under your mother's name. She is the legitimate eldest daughter of the Jiyu family. Entering the palace as the crown princess is perfectly justified. Recorded under mother's name? Back when father first adopted Jiyu Qingguan, he wanted to record her under mother's name, but mother refused him. My only legitimate daughter is Ling Yao. There will never be a second. It didn't succeed back then. But now, just 1 year after mother passed away, he is eager to rewrite history. Ling Yao, you are the legitimate daughter. You have been pampered since childhood. You don't understand Qingguan's hardships. She is an adopted daughter. If she cannot marry better than you, how would the outside world view our Jiyu family? They would say that I, the grand tutor, am just seeking fame, and that adopting an orphan was merely for appearances. If the legitimate daughter marries the crown prince, and the adopted daughter marries into a low-ranking family, wouldn't that prove I am a biased father? Furthermore, her status is low. This is a golden opportunity. She is once again using the excuse of doing it for my own good, to act out of pure selfishness. If she doesn't seize this chance to marry into the Eastern Palace, she will find it hard to marry well in the future. I laughed out of sheer anger, avoiding suspicion again. From the moment she stepped through the Jiyu family gates, father has used avoiding suspicion as an excuse, fearing people will call him biased, to ensure she is treated better than me in every aspect. Her courtyard had to be the best in the manor, so my courtyard was taken away and given to her. Her jewelry had to be custom-made. The jewelry shop sent pieces for her to pick first. Father's care had to be focused on her first. Whenever father showed me a bit of affection, he would claim it was to avoid suspicion, fearing others would say he favored his own flesh and blood. That is why he has been ice-cold to me all these years, pouring all his love only onto Jiyu Qingguan. I have wondered more than once, between Qingguan and me, who is actually his biological daughter. He is biased time and time again. But I never imagined that he would even ask me to give up my marriage. Father, please don't be angry. My Mei, I won't marry the crown prince. I will yield this marriage to you. I will not be the crown princess. I know my status is lowly. How could I be worthy of Tazi Dianxia? My Mei, please don't be angry. I'm not worthy to fight you for anything. Being adopted by the Jiyu family is already a great grace. I dare not hope for anything more. Qingguan knows she is unworthy. Last time, because master gave the pearl hairpin you liked to the eldest miss. Eldest miss was afraid you would be angry, so she stayed up all night embroidering the handkerchief you like. Her fingers were frozen red, and she didn't utter a single complaint. How can you be so heartless? You always fight for everything, wanting to be better than our miss. She yields to you in every way. Can't you just yield to her once? I beg you, second miss. Our eldest miss's background is miserable enough. Please, just yield to her this once. Newbie begs you. You know full well eldest miss loves Tazi Dianxia. Why must you snatch it away? And the crown prince likes talented women with gentle natures. You only know how to play with swords and spears. The crown prince won't even look at you. What a sharp-tongued servant. When her mistress charges out, she'll bite off a piece of my flesh. Enough, Ling Yao. I never thought that while you act extremely well toward Qingguan in front of me, promising to live in harmony as sisters, you would act like this behind my back. If the servant hadn't spoken up, I wouldn't have known how many grievances Qingguan has suffered. Alas, I have pampered you too much in the past, leading you to be so lawless. Father, please don't be angry. My Mei is still young. As her elder sister, yielding to her is nothing. It's just that Mei Mei doesn't love the zither, chess, calligraphy, or painting. I'm afraid if she marries into the Eastern Palace, she might displease the crown prince. Wouldn't that bring shame to the Grand Tutor's mansion? You are the sensible one, knowing... You are so sensible, knowing the depths of matters. My mind is made up. The crown princess must be Qingguan. Tomorrow we enter the palace to thank the emperor. At that time, Qingguan will accept the decree. Don't you dare cause any trouble? Otherwise, don't blame me for being heartless. This is my biological father. Now, his eyes are full of determination for his adopted daughter. Since it is like this, I will simply fulfill their wishes. She thinks being crown princess is because the emperor values the Jiyu family and chose the legitimate daughter. How laughable. What the emperor values is the legitimate daughter of the Jiyu family, because of her maternal family, the General Zhang family, who command an army of 400,000. If the crown prince has their support, the throne is secure. Now, let's see if the crown prince still wants this throne. This is the legitimate daughter of Jiu Qing, I recall. She seems to be younger than this. Qingguan is the legitimate eldest daughter of the mansion. She rarely goes out, and she shares a deep bond with Ling Yao as sisters. Ling Yao says that there is an order to seniority, so the marriage should go to the elder sister before the younger. Ling Yao, is what your father says true? Failing to distinguish between legitimate and illegitimate is a grave sin. Our imperial family is not yours to do as you please, marrying off whichever daughter you choose. Nying Yang, my sister didn't want to speak of it. But a while ago, when my sister went to the mountain to offer incense, she was abducted by bandits. Although she was rescued, her clothes were disheveled. Her sleeves were torn by the villains, and her body was exposed to them. Her reputation is damaged. Father feared that marrying into the Eastern Palace would bring shame to the crown prince. So he said I was the legitimate eldest daughter, and asked me to be the crown princess. It is truly a father's kind heart, trying to protect my sister's reputation. No one knows about this besides the Jiyu family. I beg the emperor and the empress Nanyang not to let anyone outside know about this. I froze. I never expected Jiyu Qingguan to dare to spout such lies. Abducted by bandits? Body exposed to someone? This plot is clearly from a newly written cheap novel. Yet she tries to pin it on me. You lie. No matter what. In this world, a woman's purity is paramount. Even if I don't care, I cannot let her ruin my reputation like this. My Mei, your reputation is damaged. The crown princess must be someone of pure standing. How could you, for the sake of a title, say this in front of the Empress Nying? Even if you lost your purity, you are still a daughter of the Jiyu family. We will never abandon you. Ling Yao has been traumatized by this incident. She cannot bear to hear others mention it. I beg the Empress Nying to forgive her. Good child. You and your father are just considering your sister's well-being. It is very appropriate. Very appropriate. Rest assured, this matter will never spread to ruin the second Mrs. reputation. Empress Nying. Though this Chen Yu is not worthy of being the crown princess, matters of reputation should not be lied about by others. I was never abducted. Mother, I can testify to this matter. Ling Yao was indeed abducted at that time, and it was Qingguan who sent people to seek help. I happened to meet them, and it was I who sent guards to rescue her. At that time, she was indeed disheveled, and her sleeves were torn. Ling Yao, a woman's reputation is a serious matter, but you should not lie and say your sister is fabricating this. She is also your savior. How can you repay kindness with ingratitude? I always thought you were a noble lady, but I never expected you to be someone who would stoop to this for vanity and a title. Smearing your own sister. To fight others for a husband, is that what a noble lady does? I watched the look in Jiu Qingguan and the crown prince's eyes. To fight for a husband, is that what a noble lady does? I watched Jiu Qingguan and the crown prince exchanging glances. I suddenly understood. So that was it. They had already been having an affair, promising themselves to one another. That is why father wants to give this marriage decree to the adopted daughter, and the crown prince ignores his dignity as the heir to openly help Jiu Qingguan lie. Truly laughable. Emperor, since that is the case, just agree to it. I see the crown prince has a soft spot for the Jiu eldest miss. Why must the emperor play the part of the one who breaks up lovers? Anyway, the crown prince is the empress's son. If he wants to marry an adopted daughter and abandon the Jiu family's legitimate daughter, he will do anything to make this happen. I beg father to grant this. Erkan wants to marry Qingguan as the crown princess. Someone who has ruined her reputation is not fit to enter my eastern palace. Otherwise, wouldn't it result in the whole world mocking me for marrying a woman with a blemish? The future crown princess must be someone of pure standing like Qingguan. Imperial brother is mistaken. I turned back to see. It was the third prince, Xiao Jing. Regardless of whether this is true or false, even if it were true, the second Miss Jiu is a victim. Just because her sleeve was torn, she becomes a tainted woman? How innocent she is. The guilty ones are those bandits. They ruin a woman's reputation and yet remain at large, while the women suffer and are forced to their deaths. I, Jiu Ling Yao, am pure in body and mind. I don't care who wants to smear my reputation. But wanting to use this to force me to death, that is absolutely impossible. I was never abducted by bandits. But even if I were, I would never feel ashamed for it. The one who should die is not the victim. Even if I were, I would never feel ashamed for it. The one who should die is not me. Whoever I Jiu Ling Yao love, my love for them will be intense and passionate. Because I am good enough, not because the person I marry is somehow great. Anyone who doesn't understand me is not worthy of being my husband. This is the jade pendant the Empress Ningning once bestowed upon the Jiang family. Grandfather gifted it to me. Although the marriage with the crown prince was only a verbal promise, things have changed now. Ling Yao returns this jade pendant. Now that the crown prince has found a new love, Chen Yu wishes eldest sister and the crown prince a lifetime of happiness, living in perfect harmony. Ben Gong accepts the return of the jade pendant. I grant you one wish. When you have decided, tell Ben Gong. My Mei, the crown prince has agreed. After our grand wedding, we will take you into the eastern palace as a concubine. In this way, you will have a place to go. After all, in your current state, I fear no one will come to ask for your hand in marriage. Fukin, your majesty, I do not yet have a principal wife. Chen Yu believes that the second Miss Jiu is a lady of a prestigious family, and she possesses extraordinary courage and insight. I humbly beseech your majesty to bestow the second Miss Jiu upon me as my principal wife. Jinger, do you not mind the reputation of the second Miss Jiu? What use is a reputation built on such fabricated rumors? Chen Yu believes that the second Miss Jiu is excellent. Your majesty. Jinger has likely inherited his maternal grandfather's warrior temperament. He does not care about such groundless things. He is direct and straightforward. Chen Yu also thinks the second Miss Jiu is excellent. Some things. He is direct and straightforward. Chen Yu also thinks the second Miss Jiu is excellent. My son has great vision and wisdom, and he is a man of responsibility. My heart is truly gratified. This marriage I grant it, the second Miss Jiyu shall be wed to you. Your Majesty, you cannot. My daughter's reputation is tainted. I fear she is unworthy of being the third prince's consort. If the third prince truly wishes to marry her, bestowing the rank of a concubine would be sufficient. In your eyes, is Jiyu Qingguan the only daughter you have? I have never seen a father so fixated on the idea that his daughter's reputation is ruined. You do not believe your own biological daughter, yet you blindly trust the words of an adopted one. Perhaps you are just afraid of people calling you biased. You wish to avoid suspicion. Since that is the case, this daughter shall fulfill your desire for a good reputation. From now on, you may just be her father. Empress. I have decided on my wish, Your Majesty. I wish to request to leave the Jiyu family and establish my own household. I beg the Empress to grant this. Rebellious daughter, do you know what you are saying? I am still alive. You want to establish your own household? That is absolutely impossible. Father does not permit it. Are you even worthy of being a father? From the moment Jiyu Qingguan entered the Jiyu family, your heart has only held Jiyu Qingguan. You usually favor her, and I have nothing to say about that, but how important is a woman's virtue? Yet to make her the crown prince's father, you did not hesitate to ruin my virtue to accommodate her. Such a father, why should I still acknowledge him? It was clearly you who ruined your own reputation. How can you say I ruined it? Qingguan explained it clearly. How can you say I ruined it? Qingguan explained it clearly. She saw with her own eyes that you were abducted, and it was the crown prince who saved you in the end. Jiyu Qingguan, tell me, on what day and what time was I abducted while going to burn incense? And when was I rescued? Ah! It was on the 8th of last month. I went with you to burn incense. Then you were abducted, and not rescued by the crown prince's guards until midnight. On the 8th of last month, when I went with you to burn incense, you said you had a headache halfway there, and turned back to the mansion. I met the daughter of the minister's household, and helped her transcribe scrolls in the temple. So I returned late to the capital. You only heard that there were bandits on the mountain road that day, and you blindly imposed it upon me, to tarnish my reputation. The Empress need only send someone to the minister's residence to confirm this. I do not know why elder sister would frame me, nor why the crown prince would help her tell lies. But I have nothing to fear as my conscience is clear, and I cannot allow you to slander me with such baseless words. Jiyu Qingguan, Zhao Yu. Is what the second Miss Jiyu said true? Father, mother, Qingguan had no choice. She is only an adopted daughter. If Ling Yao's reputation were not damaged, how could she replace her to marry into the Eastern Palace? She only wished to be with me. I beg Father to forgive us. Crown Prince, for your own selfish desires, you actually went as far as ruining a woman's reputation. This is truly despicable. Jiyu Qing, everyone in the capital says you are fair, treating even an orphan you took in like your own daughter. Now it seems that is not the case. You clearly favor your adopted daughter, and are quite unfair to your own biological daughter. A woman's purity is a matter of life and death, yet you listened only to the adopted daughter's one-sided story. A woman's purity is a matter of life and death, yet you listened only to the adopted daughter's one-sided story. No wonder the second Miss Jiyu is heartbroken. Jiyu Lingyao, since the Empress granted you a wish, you want to leave the Jiyu family and establish your own household? The Empress and I grant it. Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you, Empress. A crown princess must be profound in character and benevolent in heart. Jiyu Qingguan's conduct is unworthy of being the principal wife. Crown Prince, if you insist on marrying her, she can only be a concubine, not a wife. Otherwise, you will be the laughingstock of the world. Every cause has its effect. Your schemes have ultimately come to naught. Trump's support among working-class voters, indicating that the working class of all parties opposes Trump. Rebellious daughter, you ruined your sister's marriage. You ruined your sister's marriage. Are you feeling proud of yourself? How did I raise such a creature as you? I ruined her marriage. Why, wasn't this marriage originally mine? Father, do you think the emperor wanted to appoint a Jiyu family member as crown princess because of the Jiyu family's status? You still don't understand, do you? The emperor wants the support of the Jiang family, which has nothing to do with the Jiyu family. Because the Jiang family has no daughters, and only I am the granddaughter of the Jiang family. So they want me, not a daughter of the Jiyu family. Do you think you have won by marrying into the Eastern Palace? Jiyu Qingguan, your good days are yet to come. Just wait and see how much the empress and the crown prince will hate you once they lose the Jiang family's support. How dare you scheme against your father? How much will they hate you? How dare you scheme against your father? You are truly bold. One type focuses on Trump's support among working-class voters, and every type of copy has repeated content. Use family law. I am going to beat her to death. Jiyu Chengfeng. If you dare touch a single hair on my granddaughter, I will see to it. Grandfather. I have been wronged by my father for so long. I never cried. But now seeing grandfather, my tears have finally fallen. My Ling Yao has been wronged. Don't be afraid. Your mother is no longer here, but you have your grandfather and uncle to back you up. Let's see who dares to bully you. I will back you up. Let's see who dares to bully you. My father has always feared my grandfather. If he hadn't married a legitimate daughter of the Jiang family back then, how would he have had the resources and connections to rise to power? Even now that he is the grand tutor, he still has to be careful in front of grandfather. Father-in-law. I'm not worthy of being called father-in-law by you. My daughter is no longer here, leaving only Ling Yao behind. And yet she is treated with such negligence. How could you have ever held me in regard as your father-in-law? If we hadn't arrived a step earlier, would this whip have landed on Ling Yao already? You actually wanted to strike Ling Yao, a weak girl? Your heart as a father is truly ruthless. You do not distinguish between right and wrong. You only favor Ling Yao. That is how you have spoiled her. Now she is disrespectful to her elders, and does not respect her elder sister, speaking nonsense in front of His Majesty, preventing her sister from becoming the crown princess. I am strictly disciplining her, preventing her sister from becoming the crown princess. I am strictly disciplining her, which is as it should be. Although she is the granddaughter of the Jiang family, she is also a daughter of my Jiyu family. I will punish her. Can the Jiang family really find fault with me? What is the authority of a father? Does she even know? She has defied me, her father, again and again, and wants to establish her own household. I will use family law to punish her, as is only right. What a fine Lord Jiyu, showing off your authority against your own daughter. I want to see, with us here, you try touching her. Ling Yao, Ling Yao. Father intends to punish you today and make you apologize to your elder sister. Do you acknowledge your fault? The emperor has already granted my request to leave the Jiyu family and establish my own path. From today on, I will take my mother's surname Jiang, and have no further connection with your Jiyu family. Don't think that having the Jiang family backing you up. I tell you, you want to establish your own household, do you dare? Once you step out of this gate today, you are no longer a member of the Jiyu family. If you do not apologize to your elder sister, from now on I will no longer acknowledge you as my daughter. Inside the main hall of the Jiyu mansion, a dignified father and a cold, detached daughter. A farewell is unfolding. Inside the main hall of the Jiyu mansion, a dignified father and a cold, detached daughter. A farewell is unfolding. Don't you ever come back? Younger sister, father's health is poor. Please don't make father angry anymore. Quickly apologize to father. Please don't argue because of me anymore. If father falls ill from his anger, I could never atone for it, even with 100 deaths. If it can bring peace to the family, I am willing to leave and never come back. She performs this act every single day. This trick is very effective on father. This is your home. Very effective. This is your home. Who dares to let you leave? You are my Jiyu Chenggen's own daughter. The emperor granted my request to establish my own household. I am leaving the Jiyu family today. Good, well-deserved descendant of the Jiang family, let's go. Follow grandfather home. From now on, I take my mother's surname, Jiang. My name is Jiang Lingyao. Jiyu Qingguan framed her younger sister and was demoted by the empress to a concubine of the crown prince. An adopted daughter, passing herself off as the legitimate one. And she even falsely accused the secondness. She has such nerve. Father Jiyu favors his adopted daughter over his own. Has he truly lost his mind? Jiyu Lingyao and the third prince. The wedding date is set for the 8th of the 6th lunar month. Jiyu Qingguan always tries to snatch everything first. One step ahead of me. Trump's support among working-class voters, indicating that the working class across all parties opposes Trump. My Mei, father has something to ask you. You took away all of mother's dowry. Half of that dowry belongs to me. Prepare the dowry list. Bring half back to the manor. That is my dowry. The Jiyu family is too poor to afford a meal. Yet you come to me to beg for scraps. You are merely an adopted daughter. On what grounds do you demand a share of my mother's dowry? What are you? Do you even deserve it? Second, Miss Jiyu, please mind your words. Qingguan has a gentle nature. She is also your elder sister. Do not bully her. Since she is under your mother's name, she is a Jiyu. Do not bully her. Since she is under your mother's name, she is the legitimate daughter of the Jiyu family. She should have the first pick of the legitimate mother's dowry. I never expected the crown prince to take such an interest in meddling with the trivialities of a woman's dowry. The crown prince, standing up for a concubine and seizing a dowry. Are you not afraid of becoming the laughingstock of the world? My princess has long since established her own household. She has nothing to do with the Jiyu family anymore. Crown Prince, back at the Great Hall that day. Did you not hear that? Or is the Eastern Palace running low on funds? How truly ridiculous. An adopted daughter actually dares to show up and snatch a dowry. Is she driven mad by poverty? Jiyu Lingyao has long since separated from the household. Yet the Jiyu family dares to come and demand it. How is this any different from begging on the streets? The crown prince's actions are inappropriate. Fighting for a concubine to snatch the third prince's consort's dowry. It is truly disgraceful. Crown Prince Zhao Yu, unwilling to argue further, forced Jiyu Qingguan to leave with him. The two left in a hurry, not daring to look back. Third Prince Zhao Jing, seeing this, motioned for Jiyu Lingyao to head to a secluded spot. The two walked a few steps onto the path hidden among the flowers. The crown prince has been botching things lately. He's been trying to pull strings everywhere. The manor is running short on silver. Jiyu Qingguan must be trying to take yours, to fill the crown prince's financial deficit and curry favor. The crown prince embezzled the Jiangnan disaster relief funds and was impeached. The emperor is already aware of it. The deficit is a full 100,000 taels of silver. He is now scrambling to raise funds everywhere. The more anxious he is, the easier it is to reveal his flaws. Third Highness, you only need to keep a close watch. You will certainly be able to catch him in the act. When it comes to dealing with the Crown Prince, our stance is absolutely aligned. And after the imperial marriage was granted, the noble consort also calls me to the palace to talk from time to time. Ling Yao, why did you agree to marry my third brother? He is merely the son of a noble consort. Among commoners, he would just be a concubine's son. How could you marry him? You clearly had a marriage engagement with me. The emperor was going to grant your marriage to me. Is that so? But Crown Prince, you said it yourself. You loved Jiyu Qingguan and wanted to marry her as your wife. That's not it. I have thought it through. The person I love is you. I can speak to the empress and have the emperor cancel the marriage grant. Shall we have them grant us a new one? Your Highness the Crown Prince, you regret it now, but it is too late. I'm about to marry the Third Highness. Please watch your words, Crown Prince. After all, a woman's reputation is of the utmost importance. If you continue to pester me like this, I fear Ling Yao's reputation will be damaged again. Your Highness the Crown Prince, there is no need for you to see off my fiancé. Your Highness the Crown Prince, there is no need for you to see off my fiancé. The Emperor was just calling for you to ask about the Jiangnan disaster relief matters. Crown Prince, since you have the time to pester someone else's fiancé, you had better think about how to face the Emperor's reprimand. The Crown Prince sold off all the properties under his name and used the Empress's family influence to fill the deficit, selling off all his assets to fill the shortfall in full. It took emptying the Empress's private treasury to cover the 100,000 tael deficit. He was nearly impeached by officials who wanted him dethroned. After such a massive expense, the Eastern Palace's treasury was instantly strapped for cash. Now, the Eastern Palace is also running low on funds. On the day the Crown Prince married Jiyu Qingguan, the wedding procession was pitifully meager. Only one simple sedan chair was used to rush Jiyu Qingguan away. The Jiyu family had publicized the wedding extensively beforehand. The nobility attended the banquet in droves, hoping to build ties with the Crown Prince, hoping to use today's banquet to latch onto the Crown Prince. The Crown Prince did not come to pick up the bride himself. The guests waited for half a day. But from start to finish, they never saw a glimpse of the Crown Prince. The Jiyu family's embarrassment spread throughout the city. Father Jiyu completely lost face. The Crown Prince did not hold the Jiyu family in any regard at all. Father Gus' hopes were completely dashed. He became so enraged on the spot that he vomited blood. Father Jiyu vomited blood and was bedridden. He had no choice but to ask the court for medical leave. Unable to rise, he had to request sick leave from the court. A glorious marriage alliance. In the end, only the Jiyu family remained in disgrace. The very next day was my wedding to the third prince. The atmosphere was worlds apart from the day before. I prepared a generous dowry to send you off in marriage. All the betrothal gifts from the third prince were added to your dowry. The emperor even specially bestowed a ruyi jade scepter to be placed at the very top of your dowry. The noble consort, because her son was marrying the granddaughter of the grand general, was filled with pride. She bestowed many items upon her to add to the dowry. Go request the emperor to bestow the ruyi jade scepter to be included in the dowry. Countless rare treasures were added as wedding gifts. The entire wedding was grand and dignified. Just one day after Jiyu Qingguan married, she followed the crown prince to the third prince's residence. Dressed in her bridal robes, Jiyu Qingguan looked completely out of place in the festive mansion. You only need to know that you are the one in my heart. That is enough. He was only greedy for glory and power. He cared nothing for this verbal declaration of affection. But what use did Jiyu Qingguan have for this worthless sincerity? All he ever wanted was wealth and status. Dengwan, Bingwan, you look so beautiful today. If I marry you as my crown princess. I said I would definitely marry you. At the crown prince's wedding banquet, he actually mistook the bride for someone else in public. You keep longing for Ling Yao. Do you have no regard for me at all? Quick, take the crow. Do you have no regard for me at all? Quick, help the crown prince back. I heard that the Eastern Palace was turned upside down that night. Even the Empress was disturbed. Trump's support among working-class voters. This shows that the working class across all parties are opposing Trump, the heir to the nation. Going mad with alcohol, letting ministers impeach him, and coveting his own brother's wife. You have completely lost all faith for me. Starting today, the crown prince is confined to the Eastern Palace for 3 months. He is forbidden to leave without an imperial decree. And after I married the third prince, the emperor entrusted him with several official duties. In an instant, Zhao Jing began to show signs of standing on equal footing with the crown prince in court. Signs of standing on equal footing with the crown prince. The crown prince was confined, and the empress was extremely anxious. Go and bring me the registry of all the noble women of marriageable age in the capital. She began selecting a crown princess for him from the aristocratic families. Jiyu Qingguan was confined along with the crown prince, so naturally she knew nothing of this. Your Highness, please try this. It is freshly made osmanthus cake. She had to be careful. This was a matter that could cost her head. Shopkeeper, I want that. I got it, but there is no turning back on this path anymore. Your Highness, news from outside the palace, Jiyu Qingguan. There is no turning back on this path anymore. Your Highness, news from outside the palace. Jiyu Qingguan has been frequently visiting the imperial hospital lately. Jiyu Qingguan must be planning a desperate gamble. If she could conceive a royal heir, she likely thought she could make one last attempt. Meanwhile, Zhao Jing, under the pretext of trying to cheer his imperial brother up, sent several beauties into the Eastern Palace. Jiyu Qingguan couldn't even get close to the crown prince. Your Highness, your subordinate has been investigating for many days. I discovered that the Eastern Palace has been in frequent contact with the consorts clan recently. There seems to be a man's voice in the crown prince's concubine's room. Jiyu Qingguan is truly bold. She actually wants to replace the heir with a fake. But once her fraud is exposed, it will be her dead end. It will be her dead end. Because my grandfather had an old friendship with the chief imperial physician. The crown prince was injured while hunting 3 years ago. He injured his lower body. Although he is still capable of intimacy, he is likely unable to father children. This matter is not a secret in the imperial hospital. Oh, but who would dare to say it? He is the crown prince, after all. Reporting to your majesty, Empress Dowager, Lady Jiyu of the Eastern Palace is pregnant. Jiyu Qingguan was promoted to the rank of Liangdi. Soon, rumors spread through the capital that the crown prince was infertile. Soon, rumors spread through the capital that the crown prince was heirless. They said the crown prince had long been injured and could not possibly have any more heirs. Your Majesty, the chief imperial physician has sent word. The imperial prince is infertile. Your Majesty, we have done everything in our power. It is truly the will of heaven. How could this be? How could my son be infertile? After the crown prince learned the truth, he threw a massive tantrum in the hall, losing all composure. I am the crown prince. I am the heir. A bunch of quacks have ruined me. If you cannot treat this properly, I will never let you off easily. I was already struggling to conceive. Where did the child in your womb actually come from? Tell me the truth. Who exactly orchestrated this? The empress heard the news and hurried over to investigate how Jiyu Qingguan used an outsider to fake a pregnancy and confuse the royal bloodline. Quickly, go report to the empress. She immediately ordered for Jiyu Qingguan to be stripped of her rank and cast into the cold palace. Qingguan was stripped of her rank and cast into the cold palace under permanent confinement. Please, Your Majesty, remove the crown prince from his position. Please, Your Majesty, name the third prince, Zhao Jing, as the new heir. The decree to depose the crown prince was issued very quickly. An heir whose temperament had changed violently, who could not produce heirs, and who caused a royal bloodline scandal within the palace, was no longer qualified to occupy the Eastern Palace. By the grace of heaven, may the emperor reign. The emperor decrees. Appoint the third prince, Zhao Jing, as the new crown prince. The third prince. Prince Zhao Jing has been named the crown prince. And I have become the crown princess. When father heard that Jiyu Qingguan was cast into the cold palace, and that the crown prince had been deposed, upon hearing the news that I had ascended to the position of crown princess, he was overcome with agitation and fury. He coughed up blood several times, fell into a coma, and does not have much time left. Father, please rest in peace. I have already relocated mother's grave. Father, please rest in peace. I have already relocated mother's grave and buried her with the Jiang family. Jiyu Qingguan committed the grave crime of confusing the royal lineage and shall spend the rest of her days in the cold palace alone. She will never have a chance to rise again. I hope that in the afterlife you will learn of this and clearly see his ultimate end. Oh, that's right. I forgot to tell you. My husband and I will be going to the ancestral temple to offer sacrifices tomorrow. Tomorrow we will officially be the legitimate crown prince and crown princess. It is a pity that this honor has nothing to do with your Jiyu family. The master has breathed his last. With the grand ceremony tomorrow, you must get some rest and not worry yourself. Understood, Tazy Dianxia.